But first, this latest development. In court documents obtained by ABC 10 News, Winslow Jr. argues a new California law applies to his case. Team 10 investigator Adam Rakusin spent this week going through Winslow's argument and talking to legal experts. Adam joins us now with what he's uncovered.
Yeah, physical trauma. That's partly what Kellen Winslow Jr. is trying to argue here. He's really taking this back to his playing days and trying to link what he describes as a traumatic brain disorder, potentially CTE, and childhood trauma as reasoning for what's happened and why a sentence should be lowered.
The filing is only 7 pages, all of them handwritten. The first 2 pages deal with why the court should allow this type of appeal. In the other 5, Kellen Winslow Jr. explains why he believes his case and his actions fall under a new California law and should be taken seriously. Winslow's going after what's known as Assembly Bill 124. It's a bill that went into effect in 2022 that allows, in part, someone to be resentenced to a lower term if they were a victim of certain types of trauma.
Portions of that include any kind of childhood trauma, any kind of psychological trauma, but especially if they were victims of inmate batter or of sex trafficking.
Matthew Barholma is the head of a criminal appellate and post-conviction law firm. We asked him to explain AB 124.
So it applies forward-looking at future sentencing. Individuals that are due to be sentenced, they could use this law at their sentencing hearing, but also it allows you to introduce the information retroactively.
In 2021, Winslow Jr. was sentenced to 14 years in prison for committing sexual offenses against several San Diego County women.
That's what Kellen Winslow II is. He's a sexual predator. He preys on vulnerable victims.
In his court filing obtained by ABC 10 News, Winslow Jr. explained he suffered physical trauma as a result from mild traumatic brain disorder as well as potentially CTE, and this trauma was a contributing factor in the commission of the offense. He points to testimony from his sentencing hearing talking about CTE, and this document he submitted that talks about traumatic brain injury linking to incarceration. There's also a declaration that alleges he was a victim of childhood trauma. Because of that, he's looking for his sentence to be lowered.
Does this erase the crime that they've done, or is it just reduce the sentence?
This is a sentencing law, okay? It actually is not an attack on the actual act itself, though it could be used as a defense. And when you're talking about it retroactively, a lot of times it won't vacate the conviction, but what it could do is it could get you resentenced to a lower included offense.
And according to the state of California, Winslow Jr. is not eligible for parole until August of 2028. He's also asking that when he is paroled, he's allowed to go to Florida, saying that he played football there and has friends and family that would give him a fresh start. The DA's office didn't seem opposed to that, but in a statement about his filing, a spokesperson told me they haven't seen it yet, but believe that Winslow received a fair trial and sentence for this serious sexual assault case.
Definitely going to be watching this one. Adam, thank you so much.